Hello, Rajeshwari.
Yeah, hi. Good afternoon.
Hi. Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. How about you?
Okay. Good. Thank you so much. That's okay. Then we will start quickly. Can we start with a brief introduction? Okay. In
Yeah.
your introduction, please to include what your current experience is. Okay. What your relevant experience to API testing is. Okay. And what is your current project about? What are your roles and responsibilities on them?
I have completed my studies in 2013. After that, I started to work as a trainer. So, 7 year I have experience into training. So later, I took a testing course and I switched my job career from training to testing. Currently, I have 4.3 years of experience into testing with automation testing with Java Selenium, Python Selenium, and sometimes manual testing, API, Postman testing, REST assured, and all. And
Okay.
I have worked with TDD test engine framework. I worked with PDD Cucumber framework and PyTest framework. So I have experience into different tools and technologies are Jenkins, GitHub, Azure DevOps, Agile Process, Jira, and Confluence Page, Figma Design, and Postman. These are the tools and technology I've used throughout my career. And and in the last project I worked on an education project. So I'm single contributor to that project. So I was involved in different activities like automation testing. I was involved in manual testing, API Postman testing, and sometimes documentation related things I used to do.
Are you currently serving notice period or
I'm immediate joiner. June 6 was last in my last company.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
And you said that you were working as a trainer and after that you joined this, right?
Yes,
So the
correct.
training was in IT itself or it was some
It
other?
was related to IT itself. So there I used to train HTML, CSS, Java, and
Okay,
Microsoft applications. Tally also I have taught, accountancy. These all things I used
okay,
to teach.
okay, okay. And so in last 4 years, how many months did you say back?
4.3 years into
Four,
automation
five
testing.
years. Okay, okay. So, and if you have been working on automation and API throughout
API,
this,
yes.
okay, okay. Are comfortable with automation with API testing and or only API testing?
I can concentrate because I said in the last project I was the single contributor, so I had to concentrate on many things. So different
Hmm.
activities I used to do. So API, Python automation I have done, and
Hmm.
API testing I have done, manual testing and documentation related things that I can concentrate on. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And API testing, did you do both manual and automation or only manual?
In the last project, it was as per the client request. It was a manual API Postman testing. But previous
Hmm.
project, I used to work on REST assured API automation testing with Postman also. That time also both API Postman and API
Okay.
automation too.
Okay. Okay. Understand. And if you have to rate yourself in from 1 to 5, 5 being the highest, so where you will rate yourself in terms of API testing?
Out of five,
Yeah.
around four.
I said if 5 is the highest, right?
Hmm.
And you said you will rate yourself 4.
Hmm.
Then ask you what is that one that you are leaving?
Um,
5 years.
yeah, actually, I think myself as a five, but if something misses, then so that missing thing I put into 1 point.
Okay. Okay. Understand. So you have worked with which methodology on the project?
Agile process we are using.
Okay, okay. And how long is the sprint?
Sprint 10 days sprint we are doing like 2 weeks
2
sprint.
weeks. Okay. And were you part of all the ceremonies or other meetings that happen as part of Agile?
Uh,
Or were
like
you?
yeah,
Hmm.
we have a sprint planning meeting and grooming session also we have. a retrospective meeting we have, a sprint closure meeting we have, and sometimes bug triage meeting if there are more bugs. Every day scrum call we have. Sometimes status call also we have, or like when the sprint is going to close, that we discuss that what things are completed today and all that we discuss in the status call.
Okay, were you also part of doing the estimations for the work that you were supposed to do?
Yes, correct. I have done.
Okay, so given a situation, right, where you have to add a new API and you have to evaluate both manual and automation tests for a new API that is going to be added. What will be your thought process when you do the estimation?
For testing, you are saying it is based on what different test responses I am testing. So documentation and all, writing the test cases also, because I consider these all things, writing the test cases for and manual testing and the automation testing, everything considering.
And how many team members were there? Were there all juniors or seniors to you? What is the configuration if you can tell me?
Sorry, your question like how many team members I have in the last project?
Yeah, when you have worked with the team, because you said your last project you were like only contributor, there were no other team members. But prior to that, did you work with a team?
Yeah, I worked with the team. Yeah.
Okay, so what was the configuration? Like people were junior to you, people were senior to you,
Yeah.
from experience perspective.
Yes. First, I will explain about the first company. So there I worked in two projects. So it was a startup. So I had only one senior with me. He was the team leader. So I was working under him. So as per his guidance, I used to work there. But I was also involved in many kind of discussion with my team lead. So both the projects it was like, and then the next project I used to work as a like API testing, also web testing also I was doing, rest assured I was doing. So
Okay.
yeah.
Did you get a chance to mentor any team members or guide any team members so far?
Yeah, in the last project, like from the same client, we had a different project. Yeah, we had a different project because I was the first joined in this project. Then later we got many projects from the same client. So I have guided the other project team member as whatever things I have done in my project. So I have given Katie also how we should do in the what process we should follow, that everything.
You are in Bangalore location, right?
Yeah.
Can you describe any complex API issue or a bug that you encountered? And then how did you identify the root cause of it?
Complex in the last project I would like to explain. So it was like a search functionality was there. So it was a bit complicated. I said like I have worked with in the education project. So it was like searching the schools from the based on the different location, based on the curriculum. That was the complicated API which I have tested. So because it was a many layers, many arrays was there. Yeah, it was a complicated.
Okay, consider an API which is returning 500 errors. Okay, if you have such a scenario and you have seen like suddenly your API is returning 500, what would be your approach to troubleshoot this?
500 is related to the server, and if a server is not able to give a response, in that case we can get this 500 error. So so I will try to understand whether the server is slow or what, because at a particular period of time it might be not responding, or sometimes there is a chances like one server connects with another server, like because of proxy server also we can get on the issues. So that is also there. And sometimes in the last projects, like a project was from the different country, the server is sometimes that was not providing to access the data. That was the biggest issue we had faced. There was the localization and globalization issue we were facing. So that because of that reason, so sometimes servers was not supporting. Yeah. So I will check these all the criteria.
You are getting API response with some unexpected data. Okay.
Okay.
Then how will you investigate?
Unexpected data means that data is not matching with the request what has given in the APIs.
Yeah.
In that case, it might be not connected with a particular server, from which field to which field data it should fetch, because whenever we post a request, that data will be stored in the particular in the server in the particular location. So we consider the table is there. So in whatever data we are posting, that data will be go and sit into the particular like table. So based on the key, it will fetch the data. Maybe that key is not matching with the key what is given in the server. Maybe it's because of not that it might not be fetching. That is the one reason. Maybe there is a server issue. Maybe that server is not connecting to the server which server it should connect. Because of that reason.
If suppose your test is failing,
Okay.
automation test is failing, how will you identify the test failure is due to a code defect or a technical issue or an environment problem?
First, I will check the logs here. So whatever we get the result, whenever I log dot all I use, or else specifically log dot body I take. If I wants to check the log dot body, if I will check whether the whatever body verification I have done, whether if that is not matching with the data is which is there in the server, if that is a in that case also test case get failed. And header, that everything data and schema validation, because of that reason also sometimes there is a chances of getting the test cases failed. And I will check the logs first. So why the test case is failing. Anyhow, we will use the assertion to verify the these all things. So that anyhow it will log the issue in the whenever we run the test case. Based on the logs and all, I will check why the issue is we are getting. Maybe it might be because of the network issue. And status also we get. And I will check the status, everything. Maybe it's because of that it might be getting failed.
Okay. Have you done authentication, authorization?
Yeah, we have.
How have you done it?
Basically, we have used bearer token.
Okay.
Yeah. Like a code related thing, are you asking? Like, yeah. Bearer token I have passed in the header itself. So header, the whatever the token I have, that token I have passed.
Okay.
Yeah.
And have you tested both SOAP and REST API or only REST?
Yeah, basically mainly REST I have verified. But I have idea about the SOAP.
Okay. Which tools you have used for API also?
Tools RESTful, REST assured I have used, and Postman I have used for testing. And in a previous project, I was getting a Swagger document. Based on that Swagger document, I have verified. And in the last project, which I said I was working into education, there I was getting curl, sometimes collection. So based on that, I was verifying.
Okay. Have you done anything that you want to highlight from any achievement, anything that you have done for innovation using Gen AI or anything apart from your work that you want to highlight in this meeting?
Sorry, can you repeat your question? I was.
Okay. Okay, I am audible, right?
Actually, I don't know. My system is like something. Voice is not clear. Actually, I don't know what's the issue today. I'm facing issue.
Okay, okay. Is there any achievements that you want to highlight?
Yeah. So achievement actually the last project I will say. So previously 3 years I have worked with the Java. So later client as per the client requested. So I went for they requested for Python. So within a 2 months it was very hectic for me to from Java to suddenly migrating to the Python. So within a 2 months without getting trained, so I followed AI tools and all. I learned some other resources like AI, YouTube, Google and all. I learned Python and I adjusted with the Python. And then the main thing is I was the single contributor, so I had to adjust with a lot of different activities, and that is also one thing. And then client was requested for 75% code coverage I should do with the automation testing. That I have done. Which framework I had received, that was like only like a 25% framework I had received. I had to do a lot of changes in that. So that framework construction I have got a chance to do. So
Okay.
yeah.
Can you briefly explain me what was the architecture of the framework?
Which like related to API or UI related things.
API, okay.
API, we have a report, and yeah, we have sometimes I've used external JSON file, and sometimes I've used Fojo classes that I have different I have maintained in the different folder. And I have API or based on the APIs I have created classes, Java classes. So that is a yeah, that is the one thing. And the form.xml we have, where I have maintained the dependencies on whenever it is required. I have added the dependencies. Yeah, reports I have maintained.
How did you do error handling in your framework?
Error handling.
Yeah.
I have used asset and all for comparison thing. If condition I used for verifying the data, but error handling I am not understanding what specifically you are expecting. Exceptions and all I have used exceptions, try catch in the
But
UI.
not on the API framework. Have you done any negative testing in API while during API testing?
Negative testing. Yeah, sometimes in the if condition and all, in assertion and all, some if nothing is matching, if this is matching with this and contains, I sometimes contains string and all I have used.
Okay, ignore automation, manual testing perspective. Suppose you have an API, how do you test the negative scenarios in that API?
Yeah. For example, if I have application forms and all I had, so in that case, I use like we had some mandatory field, some mandatory fields we have, optional fields also I had. So in that case, I try to verify whether it is API is creating without the mandatory fields or what, or whether even with optional, I verified if optional fields are empty, still the API is working or not. And I've checked if any fields are left empty, then API is creating or what. So some in some fields like name and all, it's mandatory to write the numbers, alphabets. So I verified with alphanumeric and all, and then I have checked whether the API is creating. It should, because it's a negative, so it should not create. So that the things I have verified. So we had IDs, Emirates ID and passport numbers and all. So there I have added only the string. It was a mandatory field. It should not be empty. So on that I have verified, negative things I have verified there. Yeah, these all things I have done.
Have you done performance testing of API?
Performance.
Have you? I'm asking. Have you done?
Yeah, I've used a few rest assured methods like a time in, times and time in and all methods.
Okay. And were you getting correct metric when you used?
No, sometimes, yeah, I have raised a few bugs related to that. Actually, it was taking almost more than uh, 3 seconds and all. So, yeah, not all the APIs it was working as expected. Sometimes it was not working as expected.
Suppose if it doesn't work as expected, then how do you analyze it?
Analyze, so we have a requirement, right? So if I found anything is mismatching with the expectation thing, so I used to raise a bug. So then I used to discuss with the developer. So I was explaining this is what is happening. So in the bug I was mentioning everything details. So yeah, everything details. Based on that, we sometimes I was discussing with them and I was explaining. Yeah, yeah. This is how I was doing.
Okay. Were you, did you join any calls or any exposure to client directly?
Yes, because as I said, I was the only one tester. Sometimes in the discussion, requirement discussion, I was a part of the discussion. So sometimes if I have requested few things, I have requested them to change the requirements. Not directly, I was connecting with the client, so I was discussing in the meeting with our Scrum project manager. So we have a few things like student related things needs to be displayed. That was not working properly as per the requirement. That so if particular parent has a number of child, if more than 2 or 3 child is added, that things was not working properly. So that I discussed with them. This was not this is just I'm giving example. There are many things I have done, changes I have requested. So I discussed with my project manager. So as according to my conversation that I have explained many things with the client directly, this should not be like this. If it happened like this is what the issue we face. So this needs to be changed, like that I discussed with the client.
Apart from this, you have done automation Selenium, right?
Yeah.
Automation, okay, with Python.
Both Java and Python I have worked on.
Okay. So, it's one question on the Selenium front. So, suppose your tests that you have written using Selenium, right? They are becoming slower. Okay? Earlier they were working fine, now then those scripts are running slower. What are the steps that you will take to identify and resolve this issue?
You mean to say test cases are slow?
Correct.
Okay. In the automation testing.
Yes.
Okay. So it can happen because of so whatever the weights we are giving. So I will check whether I have given any implicit weight or not. So I don't prefer for implicit weight. So whatever implicit weight, even if we give any explicit weight for any elements on word, so whatever implicit weight I have given, that was also adding with the explicit weight. So sometimes this is also the reason, the explicit and implicit weights whatever we are giving. And sometimes it might be because of the APIs. Might be API is not calling on specific time, might be taking time to load. That is also the reason. And sometimes because of network issue also it can happen. And maybe it's a server issue also. Sometimes that might not be responding on a given time. That is also the issue. Or if that server is connected with a proxy server, that is also maybe reason. Maybe it's because of that reason.
Okay, let me just quickly check if I'm dancing any. The industry that you work with is education related, right?
I worked on a different project. In
Okay.
the industry means like in the last
Domain.
education, last when I was training.
No, domain. Whatever
Domain
project
I
that
have
you
worked.
worked on.
I worked on different domains. CPMS domain I
Okay.
worked on. CRM domain I worked on. Education I
Okay.
worked on. And
Okay.
yeah, I worked on different domain. I have knowledge to the banking domain also, as I used to train accountancy and tally. So I have knowledge in banking domain also.
Okay. Okay. So I'm good. I guess is there anything that you do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, I have few questions. Any specific domain you are looking for? Like on what particular domain you are hiring? Like,
No. So this is not a project specific hiring. That's why I mean nothing specific that I have.
okay. So which office location you are hiring? Like, I have seen in a Bangalore there are different locations the Deloitte is located.
That too, I am not sure of. I mean, when you got the invite, maybe that hard, or you may have to connect with the HR. Because, I mean, this information is on our, I'm not aware.
Yeah.
And do you have any specific concern on the location in Bangalore?
Not specific place, because I thought I just eager to know that, because there are
Correct,
different Deloitte location,
correct,
right?
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sorry, I mean, I'm not in a position and I'm not aware of that.
Okay.
So maybe the HR can also. Okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.